in, friends and neighbors, or shall I say this afternoon.
Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise here on MLB The Show. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment below. The Pirates go to Anaheim to take on the Angels, so it's going to be Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani squaring off against Evan Milton on the bump for the Pirates in this one. Two teams just above 500, trying to stay relevant in the playoff race, and Patrick Sandoval going to the hill for the Angels. Making his 20th start of the year, he's got a 2.88 ERA and a 1.28 WHIP. Not getting a ton of run support, though, as he's just 3-5 on the season, despite putting up pretty respectable numbers himself. Slider misses into Connor Joe. It's now 1-0. Sandoval leaves a changeup over the middle of the plate. Joe hits it well. Long run for Trout. Diving try. Can't get there. This one's going all the way to the wall in left center field, and Connor Joe is in with a stand-up double to start the ball game for the Pirates. Sandoval tried another backdoor slider, and that one missing just low to move the count to 1-2. Now Hayes lifts one into center field. This one should hang up and be caught, and it is. And that's going to be the first out of the ball game, and give us a chance to look at the Pirates lineup in this one as they've shaken things up a little bit in terms of what's usual. As Connor Joe will bat leadoff, Ke'Bryan Hayes drops to the 2-hole, O'Neal Cruz all the way down to the 8-hole, and Andy Rodriguez getting the start against the lefty, which is not typical, as Jason DeLay with a sore shoulder was a late scratch in this one. Reynolds just out in front of the changeup, fouls it off, and the count stays 2-2. Big pitch coming here, and got him swinging. Went back to the changeup, and Reynolds just could not stay back. Swings over top of it and is down for the second out, and that brings up Evan Milton now. 2 outs, runner on second, and an opportunity for Sandoval to get out of this inning if he can get one more out here after the leadoff double. It's not going to be an easy one, as Milton has been swinging the bat well lately and hitting .309 on the season. Takes a change up there, and the count now even at 1 apiece. Sandoval features the slider as his primary pitch, also throws a lot of change-ups, and has a mid-90s fastball, and there it was as Milton gets a piece of it but takes it into right field, and that's going to be caught for the final out of the inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the first. Still no score. And here's a look at the numbers for Milton. Making his 25th start of the year, he is 16-2, a 1.95 ERA, a .91 WHIP, leading the league in strikeouts. And, you know, he's had a chance for several more wins, but the bullpen has let him down on a few occasions. But nonetheless, he's getting the start here, and it's David Fletcher standing in for the Angels to start things off. That's 2 curves way out of the zone, down and away, that Fletcher was able to foul off. The count stays 0-2. Now Milton goes to the fastball up and in and gets him to pop it up on the infield. Santana has that one, and that's the first out. Let's look at the Angels lineup. Fletcher leading off, hitting just .229. Then it's Urshela, Trout, and Ohtani, who's having a little bit of a down year with the bat. Hunter Renfroe, Taylor Ward, Jared Walsh, Anthony Rendon, and Max Stassi. And this team does a good job getting on base. .328 as a squad, 3rd best in the American League. Milton hung a curve there, but Urshela swings through it, and it's quickly 0-2. Goes back to the curve. This one grounded to short. Cruz has it on the backhand, sends it over to Santana, and it's 2 away. Trout late on the slider, fouls it off, and it's another 0-2 count. This one back up the middle, hits Milton and kicks over toward Hayes. He's going to field it and throw it across the diamond, but Trout is going to leg that one out for an infield single. That one's unfortunate because they had him played to pull. If that gets past Milton, it's going to be a ground out to second, but instead it goes down as an infield single with 2 down, and that'll bring Shohei Ohtani to the plate with an opportunity to keep the inning going. It's a good take on the curve down out of the zone as it just drops off the table. He lays off, and it's now 2-2. Fastball up and in, popped it up on the infield. Hayes is under it, and that'll do it for the Angels. We are scoreless after 1 here in Anaheim. Curve in there, and it's now 2-1 to McCutchen. And that ball is hit well into left field. It's got a chance to get over his head, and it does. Diving try, but that one's going to get down and one hop the wall, and that'll be extra bases. It's another leadoff double for the Pirates, and we'll have to see if they can get this one home as McCutchen is in the scoring position with nobody out. Good job to foul that one off, and the count stays 1-2 to Castro. Kicks and fires, and that one is rolled over, hit to third. McCutchen is going to come in to score as it was hit too soft to try and get him, and the Pirates grab the lead. It is a 5-3 putout for the second out of the inning, but it's now 1-0 Pittsburgh. Nice change up there, had Cruz out in front, and it's now 1-2. That one chopped up the middle. This is going to be a tough play as Cruz runs really well, and no chance as he's just going to put that one in his pocket, and it's a 2-out infield single for the speedster to bring Endy Rodriguez to the plate and at least turn over the order for the Pirates. Slider in for strike one to Rodriguez. He's hitting .272, a 22-year-old catcher having a pretty good year, but the Pirates drafting Jess Roulette sends the message that maybe they were looking for help behind the dish, and Endy Rodriguez with a base hit up the middle to keep the inning alive, and it's a 2-out rally for the Pirates here that'll bring Connor Joe to the plate. Runners on first and second and 2 down. Fastball in for strike one. It's now 2-1 to Connor Joe. Big pitch coming here. The 2-1 delivery is ripped into center field. This one is going to hang up and be caught, though, as Connor Joe squared that one up, but it's right at Mike Trout, and that'll do it for the Pirates. They get one on 3 hits, strand a couple, and we go to the bottom of the second, and it's 1-0 Pittsburgh. That's a great take by Renfroe. Lays off, and the count's now 2-2. Fastball blew him away, 95 miles an hour. He swings through it, and that's the first out of the inning. Milton now 3 straight fastballs away, and the count is 2-1. Now he goes to the slider and gets the ground ball to Castro, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Milton started him with 3 straight fastballs, then goes to the changeup, gets a swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. And now he goes back to the fastball upstairs and got him swinging to end the inning. Nice job there from Milton as he sets him down in order, and it's 1-0 after 2. So now it's Evan Milton standing in with nobody on and 2 quick outs for Sandoval. As he's at 45 pitches so far in the ball game, has been relatively efficient considering he's given up 4 hits and runs so far, but certainly a little bit higher pitch count than you'd like to see at this stage in the ball game. The 1-0 pitch is a slider missing just low, and it is quickly 2-0 to Evan Milton. Probably a fastball here. No, he goes to the changeup and missed inside, and now it's 3-0. Milton probably has the green light here. The windup and the pitch. That one missed inside as well, so it's 4 straight out of the zone, and Milton's on with Andrew McCutchen due up. 2 outs in the inning. You wonder if they would put him in motion. Went to the slide step and missed down and away, and it's now 1-1 to McCutchen. That ball is crushed. This one is deep, and this one is out of here. Andrew McCutchen with his 298th home run of his career and his 11th of the season. 410 feet, just a missile off the bat. Didn't have a lot of elevation, but it gets out of here for a 2-run shot, and it's now 3-0 Pirates. Now 2-0 to Santana as he missed back-to-back out of the zone. And the 2-1 pitch is lifted into left center field. Trout on the run and makes the grab to end the inning. But the Pirates get a couple of more. It's 3-0 as we head to the bottom of the third thanks to the 2-run shot from the veteran McCutchen. Milton goes to the fastball on the inside corner, gets a swing and a miss for strike one. Now back to the fastball up and away, and Rendon smokes that one up the middle for a leadoff single here in the third. That time he couldn't lay off, and it's a swing and a miss for strike 2. Got him swinging at the slider, and he's down on strikes for the first out. Now a double play can get you out of the inning here. Fletcher's been early on everything. He's just able to get a piece of that one and stay alive. The count stays 1-2. This time it's a changeup. He lays up, and Fletcher serves it into right field for a 1-out single, and that's going to make it first and second. Urshela stands in, 0 for 1 so far. That one hit hard, but right at Castro. He sends it over to Cruz for 1, on to first, and it's a inning-ending double play. Milton gets out of trouble, and the score remains 3-0 here in Anaheim. Rodriguez takes a changeup for strike 1. It's now 0-1. And now he pulls this one to the shortstop. That's going to be handled and sent over to first to end the inning. So it's a 1-2-3-4 for Sandoval. We go to the bottom of the inning, and it's still 3-0 Pirates here in Anaheim. Milton missed his spot there, and the count now 3-1 to Trout. A dangerous pitch coming here. Goes to the fastball. That one is hit hard, but Santana gloves it on the line, and that's a big first out right there. Not sure how that's not strike two, but the count now 1-1 as Ohtani takes a changeup that looked really good. And now he takes a slider or a fastball and slices it into left field against the shift. That's going to be extra bases. Connor Joe fields it and gets it in, but it's a stand-up double for Ohtani, as Milton should have had him 0-2. Instead has to go back to the fastball there. Ohtani late on it, but squared it up and has himself an extra base hit. Good job by Rodriguez to block that one and keep Ohtani at second. Now the windup in the pitch is hit to the left side. Hayes fields it, sends it over to Santana. That was a mistaken location, and man, Milton is flirting with disaster in this inning. And there's been some hard contact, and that one could have had some damage to it. It's now 2 down for Taylor Ward. That runner still in scoring position, and Milton trying to escape danger yet again. That's 2 good takes in a row from Ward, and now the count 3-1. Milton this time another slider, and he gets the ground ball that Santana is able to field and take to the bag to end the inning. Another runner stranded for the Angels, and it's 3-0 as we head to the 5th. Slider missed low, and it's now 2-0 to Connor Joe. He's hit the ball hard both times, and he hits this one pretty well. That one's into the gap in left center and should split it, and it does. It's going to be another double for Connor Joe, as he is swinging the bat well today. 2 doubles and lined out to center, and he is into scoring position to start the inning with his 10th double of the year. And that's going to do it for Sandoval, as the Angels are going to go ahead and make the move to the bullpen here. Nobody out in the 5th, just 6 hits allowed, but 3 runs, and the Pirates threatening again, and they're going to go ahead and make the decision to call it a day for him.
Your attention, please.
It's going to be the righty Griffin Canning coming on in relief, making his 23rd appearance of the year. He's pitched 83 1/3 innings to a 3.35 ERA. Struggles against lefties, but pretty solid against right-handers, and he's going to face a fair amount of those today. And starting things off against him is going to be Ke'Bryan Hayes. Hayes pulls that one foul, and it's now 1-2. Canning kicks and fires and gets him to swing through a hanging slider there, as he had one to hit, but is down on strikes for the first out of the inning. So now 2 down for Evan Milton, as he stands in with the runner now on third. It's going to take a base hit or a wild pitch, more than likely, to score him here. That one missing way high. Milton yet again rookie of the month, as he has taken that honor each month of the season so far this year. The pitch from Canning is a slider at the knees. Nice pitch there, and he evens the count at 1 apiece. Milton may be sitting on something off speed here, and he gets it. That ball is smoked into the gap in left center and should be extra bases. No, he's able to cut it off. It's still going to be a double for Milton, as he's hustling out of the box and into second with a 2-out RBI double, and it's now 4-0 Pirates. Now it's McCutchen. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Double and a homer. And had a pitch to hit there, a hanging curve, but he was late on it. Pops it up. It's another running grab from Mike Trout to end the inning, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-0 Pirates. Walsh making it hard on Milton as he fouls off another one. The count stays 2-2. Now a slider that jammed him, and he hits a little soft grounder to Hayes, who sends it over to Santana for the first out of the inning. Now it's Anthony Rendon, one away. He's 1 for 1 so far in this one. Make it 2 for 2 as he serves one down the right field line just over the leaping try from Santana for a 1-out single. Angels with traffic on the bases yet again. It's now Max Stassi standing in. Hits this one to the left side. Hayes fields, sends it to Castro. It's a 5-4-3 twin killing as they go around the horn to end the inning. And Milton now through 5 innings, just 5 hits allowed. He's held them scoreless, and the Pirates have a 4-run lead as we head to the 6th. Fastball in for strike 1. It's now 3-1 to Cruz. The windup in the pitch is low for ball 4. So we got a nice crowd here in Anaheim today, and it's going to be Cruz on with 2 down here, and again turns the order over for Endy Rodriguez. That's 3 straight out of the zone to Rodriguez, and Canning struggling with his command all of a sudden, and that's make it 4 in a row as he walks 2 batters in a row now with 2 outs, and that will turn it over to Connor Joe at the top of the order, who's 2 for 2 with a couple of, or 2 for 3 with a couple of doubles and a hard line drive in the at-bat where they actually got him out. Good take there from Connor Joe. That draws the count full. And the payoff pitch here with the runners in motion here with 2 down. And this one is hit to third. It's going to be handled. Sends it across the diamond to get him, and they escape danger there as a couple of 2-out walks don't lead to anything in the runs column. It'll be the top of the order due up for the Angels. It's Fletcher, Urshela, and then Mike Trout in the hole. So David Fletcher 1 for 2 so far in this one. Chops this one down the third base line. Tough play for Hayes. Jump throw across the diamond and gets him. Nice play there from the fantastic defensive third baseman, and that's another example of what this guy can do. He's got Gold Glove caliber defense. If they can get him swinging the bat, this guy will be, you know, an absolute superstar. Count 2-2. Really could be 0-4 as the 2 balls were both very good pitches. This one chopped to the right side. Choi has it, steps on the bag, and that's the second out. Milton continues to get squeezed as that's a pretty good looking fastball. Doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0. Then he hangs a slider. This one lifted into center field. Reynolds long run, but he is going to get there. That's a 1-2-3-6 for Milton as he got away with a slider on that one. It's going to be 2-3-4 due up for the Pirates as they lead by 4. 2 quick outs for Canning, and it's now Evan Milton standing in. He's 1 for 2 with a double, an RBI, and a run scored so far in this one. Also pitching a shutout, so he's having a heck of a game for the Pirates. Fastball in for strike 1, and it's quickly 0-1. He hit a changeup pretty hard his last time up. This time he tries a fastball up and in. Milton is late, jammed a little bit. It's a routine fly to left, and that's a good inning for Canning as he sets him down in order. We're going to the stretch. It's 4-0 Pirates here in Anaheim. Otani swung through a changeup out in front of that one. It's now 1-2. Milton winds and fires, goes to the fastball upstairs, checked his swing, and he went around, and he's down on strikes. Evan Milton now through 6 1/3, and he has shut out the Angels on just 78 pitches to this point. So he's been efficient as Hunter Renfroe stands in with 1 out. Renfroe misses or lays off the slider that misses away. It's now 2-2. Now he goes to the fastball, and he jammed him, but thanks to the shift, that's going to be a single into right field for a 1-out knock, and yet again, the Angels with some traffic on the bases. We'll see if Milton can spoil it again. Milton misses up and in with a fastball. It's 3-2 now, so the payoff pitch is on the way, and it's lifted into right center field. Hit well. That one's going to get into the gap. This may score the runner from first as McCutchen gets it in. Here comes the throw to the plate. Castro sends it in, and it is offline, and a run is in to score. It is 4-1 as the Angels are on the board now with 1 out here in the 7th on the RBI double from Ward, and now a runner in scoring position. The pitch count getting up there for Milton, and we wonder if that's going to be the end of the road for him. And that is the end of the road. They're going to go to the lefty here with Jared Walsh due up. 6 1/3 for Evan Milton. He is responsible for the runner on second, but has pitched well and put them in a position to get a win if he can get a little bit of help here from the bullpen. It's going to be Jalen Beeks to come on in the situation here with a runner on second, 1 away. He's been pretty solid for them this year with a 3.75 ERA, but has actually struggled against lefties, and he's supposed to be a guy that's out there mainly to face the left-handed hitters. So here we are now in the bottom of the 7th, runner on second, 1 away. It's Jared Walsh squaring off against Jalen Beeks. Fly out, and that's going to close the book on Milton. So 6 1/3, 7 hits, 1 earned, and he pitched pretty well in this one. Didn't rack up a ton of strikeouts, but did a good job. McCutchen's 2 for 3. We're going to go ahead and let him hit. Actually, they go to Berea, who he's also a righty. We're still going to let McCutchen go. And he doubles. He's having a ball game. Walk for Choi. We're going to pinch hit with Marcano here.
Number 30.
Strikeout. Walk. Fielder's choice. Come on, Connor Joe. Could have busted it open right there. Now we're in the bottom of the 8th. I want to go to Underwood here. 3-run lead. Big strikeout. Come on, you got to get Trout here. That's huge. All right. So now we just need 3 outs. Hayes has just continued. He's just terrible. I want him in for his defense, though.
Your attention, please. Now
Stepera, he's also a righty. There he gets a single. Double for Reynolds. How about a 4-hit day for McCutchen? And that should do it right there. 3-run double from O'Neal Cruz puts us up 8-1. That's a nice victory for the Buccos. All right, we're going to get Reynolds out. And then I'm going to put in Garcia to finish things off here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now
Oh my gosh.
Number 66.
Nothing is easy with this team, but we win at 8-5. Pretty comfortable win. And, you know, frankly, win number 17 of the year from Milton. He pitched pretty well in this one. Just 4 strikeouts, but 1 earned over 6 1/3 is a pretty solid outing. No walks, 7 hits. Great day for McCutchen. Good day for Connor Joe. Good day for O'Neal Cruz, Andy Rodriguez. So some good highlights in this one. 11th homer of the year for McCutchen. Milton, like we said, now 17-2 on the year. Jalen Beeks and Underwood get a hold. Garcia, 4 runs, but just 1 of them earned after the error kind of compounded issues in that inning. But he has not been very good for us this year. Not that we expect a ton out of him, but... All right, that's it for the first game of the episode. Let's get back to the main screen. We'll do some quick managing to get back up to game number 2. And I don't remember who we're going to be playing in that one. So Jason DeLay, just some shoulder soreness. Doesn't need to miss any time. We're going to go ahead and keep him active. So now it's Contreras against Suarez. And remember, this is one of the guys that we were maybe considering trading for. So some of that might depend on how well the Angels play over the next stretch here and how well he pitches. But let's head back out to Anaheim and see if we can pick up another win. Well, we got a win, but this one was interesting. We get 6 runs on just 7 hits. They got 14 hits, but we held them to 5 runs. Huge day for Connor Joe. He was 3 for 4, scored 3 runs, drove in 5, and hit 2 homers. So a huge day for him. He only had 1 home run coming into that game, and he's having a big series for us. Milton goes 1 for 4, also struck out. Another 2-hit day for Andy Rodriguez. Milton stole a base. Contreras was not very sharp. He gave up 10 hits and 2 walks over 5 innings, but managed to minimize damage as he got out of trouble on several occasions with double plays. We threw a guy out at the plate, caught a guy stealing. So they helped us with some base running mistakes. Perdomo gets the win, pitching a scoreless 6th. Chase DeYoung gave up a home run, I think, to Mike Trout. Jalen Beeks was not very good, gets a hold. Underwood gets the final out of the 8th, and then Bednar does a good job. He came in and had to face 4, 5, 6. So I think he struck out Ohtani and then pitches a scoreless 9th for his 28th save of the year. So it's a good win. And then actually I want to just show you how Suarez pitched. He was okay. 5 hits, 2 walks, just 2 strikeouts, 4 earned as Connor Joe hit the 3-run homer. Otherwise, he pitched really well in this one. So just kind of keep that in mind in case that trade opportunity resurfaces. Jason DeLay no longer injured. We'll go ahead and just put him on the bench. I don't need to sign anybody, do I? No. So we can ignore that going forward against lefties. You know, I think I'm going to start leaving Andy Rodriguez in as the starter every day. Another thing we're going to do is that right there. We're going to switch and leave Connor Joe as the leadoff guy. He's hitting the ball well. As Ke'Bryan Hayes, 357 at-bats, no home runs. Just ridiculous. And Cruz, I think against lefties, we don't want to have him batting way up at the top of the order. It's not ideal, and the way Connor Joe is swinging the bat, I think that move makes sense. So now it's going to be Mitch Keller against Reed Detmers as we look to take Game 3 of the series, as we're already up 2-0. And we lose a pitcher's duel in this one. We fall 2-1. Reed Detmers really just shut us down in this one, to be honest. We end up with just 5 hits, 2 walks. We struck out 8 times. Milton another 1-for-4 day. Jason DeLay drove in the only run of the game, so he's back off the injury list. Rodriguez was a little bit tired, so we made that change and it paid off, but wasn't enough. Evan Milton stole another base. Mitch Keller was pretty good. Walks were a little bit of an issue, though. He ends up scattering 5 hits and 5 walks over 6 innings, gives up 2 earned, gets the loss. Chase DeYoung and Yarlin Garcia with a couple of scoreless innings of work. But it wasn't enough, as we just didn't get the bats going in this one, and we fall 2-1. Now it's going to be Vince Velasquez getting the start against Joe Musgrove on the road again, as we're on this stretch out west, taking on San Diego, and let's see how we're doing. We're back to within a game and a half in the division. Well, this one was just never in question. They get 4 runs in the first after we scored a run in the first, and then we just never got back in it. Unfortunately, Velasquez left this game with 1 out, I think, or maybe nobody out in the 5th due to an injury. And then freaking JT Brubaker comes in and immediately gives up a 3-run homer. Well, there was an error mixed in there somewhere too, but nonetheless, a 7-1 loss. We just never got it going in this one. A couple of hits for Cruz and Reynolds. Milton another 1-for-4 day. He had the only RBI for us. It was an RBI double back in the first. We struck out 11 times as a team. Marcano had the error. Velasquez, you see there, was not very sharp in this one. 5 hits and 2 walks. 5 earned runs over 3 1/3, gets the loss. Brubaker cleaned it up and did okay aside from that home run, but the home run really hurt as it made it a 6-run game at that point. So we'll have to see what the injury was to Velasquez, but first, a trade offer from the White Sox. Vince Velasquez for Joe Kelly is not a trade that I am even remotely interested in, so we will decline that one. And now, I guess, hang on. Let's see. Okay, Velasquez is not going to miss any time. That's good. Now it's going to be Evan Milton against Blake Snell. And we're back to 2.5 games behind the Brewers at this stage. We're still in the mix, but we've got to go on a stretch where we rattle off like 10 wins in 12 games kind of thing and really put ourselves in a good position in that playoff picture. But sit tight. We'll be heading out to San Diego for Game 2 of this series. And here we are in San Diego as it's the Padres hosting the Pirates. The San Diego squad is 59-42 coming into this one, while the Pirates just 2 games over 500, trying to stay on pace with the Brewers in that NL Central division, but in a decent position to at least compete for the wild card so far. As we'll get a look at the starter for the Padres, it is Blake Snell going to the mound. He is 5-7 on the year across 18 starts, 97 innings of work, and a 1.43 whip to the former Cy Young winner. And we are ready for action here in San Diego. Slider caught the back corner there, and it is 1-1. That one grounded to the right side, should be pretty routine, and that's the first out. We'll get a look at the Pirates lineup in this one, as it's Connor Joe leading things off, and Ke'Bryan Hayes still looking to get things going offensively for the season. Brian Reynolds, that average slowly starting to creep up. Then it's Milton hitting 4th, McCutchen, Santana, and Castro 5, 6, 7, and O'Neal Cruz batting 8th, followed by Endy Rodriguez rounding things out, batting 9th. That's back-to-back pitches just splitting the plate, and Reynolds unable to pull the trigger, and now he lifts a fly ball into shallow center field. Long run, and it's caught to end the inning. So just 9 pitches needed from Blake Snell to set him down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the first with no score. It's going to be Evan Milton on the mound for the Pirates. As you see the numbers for him across 25 starts on the season, he is 17-2 with a 1.93 ERA and a 1.92 WHIP. Got 180 strikeouts, still leading the league in that category and in the driver's seat for the National League Cy Young. Good curve there, swung on and missed, and it's 0-2 to Azekar. That one in the dirt, blocked by Rodriguez, but Azekar chased it, and as he sends it down to first, that'll be the first out of the ball game here, and a good start from Milton. Hollis late on that slider. He had a pitch to hit there, as that one was sort of a hanger, and the count runs full. And he takes ball 4 just off the inside corner. Good at bat there, as he took 4 very close pitches and draws the 1-out walk. That's back-to-back fastballs that Cronenworth was early on, and it's now 1-2. Change up, grounded to third. Hayes field sends it over to Castro for 1, on to first for a twin killing. It's a 5-4-3 double play to end the inning, and we are scoreless after 1. So Evan Milton will start things off for the Pirates here in their half of the second as Snell kicks and delivers, and it's a curve in for strike 1. Snell has been very efficient, just 3 pitches for each of the first 3 batters he faced. And now pitch number 11 is fouled off, and it's quickly 0-2 to Milton. That pitch was up a little bit, but not a terrible pitch to hit. Got some extension, couldn't get around on it, and same thing with that one. It's a hittable fastball, but just late, and it stays 0-2 as he fouls it off. Wind up and the pitch is too high there, and he's able to lay off that one, and the count now 1-2. Milton has the average at 307 on the year, and had a slider there, but it gets in on his hands, and that's a pretty routine fly ball to right for the first out of the inning. It's going to be up to Carlos Santana to try and get things going with 2 outs here in the inning. And that pitch is smoked up the middle and into center field. First pitch, he goes after it and ropes that fastball into center for a 2-out single. 3 straight out of the zone to Castro, and with a runner on, 2 outs, maybe give him the green light here, looking for something to drive, but that pitch misses inside. It's 4 straight out of the zone, and a 2-out walk will make it first and second now, and that brings up O'Neal Cruz, hitting .264 on the year. Cruz just late on the fastball, just missed extra bases on that one, fouling it off down the left field line. Now he hits a soft grounder to short. They go to second, but the throw is off the mark. It pulls him off the bag, and they don't get anybody. That goes down as an E6, and the inning will continue here for Andy Rodriguez, hitting .281, 3 home runs, and a big opportunity for the Pirates. Good changeup there is in for strike 1 to Rodriguez. And that one is back up the middle. That's into center field. 1 run is in to score. Here comes another, and the throw is going to be cut off. 2 runs in to score. The error costs the Padres big time, as that makes it 2-0 after the 2-out, 2-run single from Andy Rodriguez. Connor Joe early on that first pitch fastball pulls it foul, and it's 0-1. Now it's a backdoor slider that he hits back to the mound. Snell fields it, sends it over to first to end the inning, but 2 unearned runs are in. The Pirates lead it 2-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. 3 really good takes in a row from Cruz. It's now 3-1 to the ageless wonder. This ball lifted into right field. McCutcheon on the run. He's got a long way to go, but he gets there to glove it for the first out of the inning.
2 strikes.
Engel checked his swing but didn't go around, and the count now 1-2. Slider got him on the outside corner as he rings him up for strike 3 and the second out here in the second inning. Kim pulls another one foul. The count stays full. This is pitch number 9 of the at-bat. And it's lifted into center field off the end of the bat, and it's going to get down. Great at-bat there by Kim with 2 down. He's able to poke that one into center, and it's a 2-out single now to keep the inning alive. Nola chasing that one way off the plate away, but able to foul it off and stay alive. It's still 1-2. Now he goes to the slider down out of the zone and got him to chase. He sets him down on strikes to end the inning, and it's 2-0 Pirates after 2. Evan Milton will stand in here with 2 down in the inning. Flew out in his first plate appearance,
Evan.
as Snell sitting at 41 pitches here with 2 down in the third. Fastball gets the call on the outside corner. Tough start to the at-bat there for Milton, as he's behind 0-1. There's a curve hit hard but right at him at third, and that's going to do it for the Pirates in the top of the third, as it's a 5-3 putout, and it's still 2-0. Grisham late on the fastball, but able to get a piece, fouls it off, and the count stays 2-2. Now he goes to the changeup, left it up, but Grisham out in front. It's another strikeout, as he's down for the first out of the inning. Nice front hip slider. Didn't get it down where he wanted, but it comes back to the inside corner to run the count even at 2 apiece. Fastball blew him away. It's another strikeout for Milton, but he has needed a bunch of pitches, as it's over 45 to get through that lineup the first time, as now it's turned over for Jose Azocar, and it's already 47 pitches with 2 down here in the third. Quickly 0-2 as Azocar late on that inside fastball. Milton winds and fires. Grounded to the left side. Hayes is going to have to hurry here as Azocar runs well, but he makes it look easy and gets them as they set him down in order, and it's still 2-0 as we've played 3 complete here in San Diego. Fastball right by him there, and it's quickly 0-2 to McCutchen. And he hangs a curve. That ball hit hard and stays fair down the left field line. McCutchen, big turn at first, but he is going to retreat and is going to be held to a single here to start off the fourth. Santana just out in front of that changeup, pulls it foul, and now it's 1-2. Pitch number 50 from Snell is on the way, and grounded to third. This should be 2 as Santana doesn't run well. They go around the horn for the 5-4-3 double play, and that makes it 2 down now for Adolfo Castro. Castro walked on 4 pitches his first time up and now finds himself in an 0-2 hole, and that one is popped up. Shouldn't be much trouble there, as that's going to do it for the Pirates here in the fourth. We go to the bottom, and it's still 2-0 Pirates. Good fastball there on the outside edge, and Milton finds himself ahead 0-1. That's a fastball on the inside corner, running in on the hands and jammed him. Connor Joe under that one and has it for the first out. That one fouled away, and it's quickly 0-2 to Cronenworth. Curveball grounded to the right side. Castro has it. Sends it over to Santana, and it's 2 up, 2 down. Cruz has 49 walks this season, good for 4th best in the National League. No walk this time, as that's a hanging slider, and this ball is absolutely crushed. Deep and gone to left field, and the ageless wonder has hit his 12th big fly of the year, an absolute bomb. No doubt about that one, and the Pirates see their lead shrink to 1 as San Diego is on the board, and it's 2-1 as Nelson Cruz just an absolute moonshot on that one. Yet another close miss there for Milton, as it's now 2-0. Fastball right down the middle, and that ball hit hard and through the left side into left field for a 2-out single. The inning continues, and that's more hard contact there for the Padres. Kim tried to hold up but went around, and that makes it 1-1. Runner on the move here. The pitch is a strike, but the throw is not in time to get him, and now a runner into scoring position with 2 down. Kim late on that fastball, but able to foul it back and stays alive. This time he gets under it. It is into shallow left. Cruz is under it and has it to end the inning, but the Padres get 1 and threaten again, as they almost managed to tie this thing up, but they trail by 1 as we head to the 5th. Slider nowhere close there. Cruz able to lay off. It's 1-0. And that ball hit hard, and that's going to get down in right field. A leadoff single for O'Neal Cruz. They've got some speed on the bases, as it's going to be Andy Rodriguez standing in with a runner on first and nobody out. 2-2 now as Rodriguez able to stay alive there. Fouled that one off. Cruz extends his lead, and there he goes. The changeup is going to miss low and away, and Cruz is into second with a stolen base, so he's into scoring position, and the count runs full to Rodriguez. Great jump for Cruz, and he had a big lead, just no chance to get him. And the Pirates are in business here in the 5th. So 2 down now in the inning, and it's up to Ke'Bryan Hayes to try and get that runner home. First pitch is smoked into center field. Is this going to get down? No, it is not. He hit it too hard, and for the second time in a row, O'Neal Cruz stranded. This time Hayes hitting the ball hard yet again, but nothing to show for it, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's still 2-1. perhaps some frustration setting in for Milton as he continues to get no help from the home plate umpire, falling behind in the count here, and eventually is going to walk Nola, and that's going to put a the potential tying run on with nobody out and Trent Grisham standing in. Boy, Grisham had one to hit there, but takes it for strike 2, and the count now full. Payoff pitch is high, but he chased it. He's down on strikes for the second time, and that's a big first out, as now Milton can get a double play to get out of this and maintain this lead. Padres just refusing to chase anything out of the zone early in the count. And that one is hit hard into left field. That ball's headed for the corner. Not sure if they're going to be able to send him here as Connor Joe gets to it pretty quickly. Here comes the throw to the plate. Hayes the relay. The throw is in time to get him. A huge relay there as they get the runner at home for the second out of the inning. You can't really fault the Padres for sending him there. It was pretty close. They would have had the top of the order due up, though, with 1 out, runners on second and third. They get aggressive, and it comes back to bite them. Good throw from Hayes, perfect relay, and they get Nola by a step. And that leaves the top of the order due here with 2 outs, a runner on second, and they need a base hit from Azekar to try and tie this thing up. Milton, first pitch, he's swinging. He lifts one in shallow left field. That ball gets down. Joe coming to the plate with this throw, but it's up the line, and that is going to tie us at 2. Milton just struggling to get out of this inning. He got some help from the defense on the play before, but not this time. That ball not hit very hard, but he gets just enough to get it out into shallow left field. Connor Joe had to kind of hesitate there and not able to get much on the throw, and we are tied at 2. There's a curve that was pretty hittable, but he lays off, and it's now 1-1. Azekar not going anywhere. This one popped up into foul territory on the first base side. Santana is under it, and that's going to do it for the Padres in the 5th. But they are able to tie this thing on the RBI single from Azekar. And after 5 complete, it is 2-2 here in San Diego. One away now for Evan Milton, as the Padres have some double barrel action in the bullpen, a righty and a lefty getting loose with 1 out. Snell at just 68 pitches, but not necessarily known for going deep into ball games as far as the pitch count goes at least, but he's perhaps nearing the end of his road. It's a line drive into left center field. That ball just out of the reach of the shortstop. Milton going to head for second and is in with a stand-up double. So a nice piece of hitting there on the hanging curve. And the Pirates have a runner in scoring position on the 30th double of the year for the rookie sensation. Andrew McCutchen now 1 for 2 on the day. This is a huge situation for the Pirates. He gets a hanging change up there, hits it up the middle, diving stop, knocks it down, but not going to have a play. He does save a run, because if that gets through, Evan Milton scores for sure with his speed. It goes down as an infield single, and it's now runners on the corners and 1 away for Carlos Santana. But they are going to go to the bullpen here, as that's going to be the end of the road for Blake Snell, and we will see a right-hander come into the ballgame, which means the Pirates will probably pinch hit with Ji-Man Choi to counter this decision. We'll get a look at the numbers for the right-hander. It is Nick Martinez coming on, making his 22nd appearance of the year. He's pitched 94 2/3 innings of work to a 3.99 ERA. Better against lefties than he is against righties, which is interesting. Boy, in this situation where you're trying to stay out of the double play, Choi almost certainly licking his chops when he saw that pitch out of the hand. But it was a changeup that fooled him, and this ball hit deep to right field, way back, off the glove and off the wall as, oh, what is going on here? Choi is into second with a double. It is a 1-run double as McCutchen had to hold it first. Milton able to score with ease, and still just 1 out here in the inning as he just missed a home run. It was almost caught. It would have been a sacrifice fly. Instead, you've still got 2 runners in scoring position and 1 out here in the inning as Rodolfo Castro will stand in. Good take there from Castro, and the count moves to 1-2. Played off the changeup low. And Martinez goes back to the changeup again, but pays the price as that ball is into center field. This should score 2. The throw to the plate is not in time. Choi is in to score along with McCutchen, and it is a 5-2 score here in San Diego after the 1 out, 2-run single from Castro. Cruz hit the ball well his last time up. He is 1 for 2 on the day. That ball hit hard and past the diving try into left field as a changeup left right over the middle of the plate. Cruz able to stay back on it, and how about 105 off the bat to the opposite field for another single, and Martinez is getting knocked around here. There's another first pitch fastball, and this time Connor Joe pulls it foul after Rodriguez lined out on the first pitch, and now Connor Joe lifts one into center field. This is routine to end the inning, but the Pirates get 3 as they bounce back and grab a 3-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 6th, and it's 3-4-5 due up for the Padres. That's another good take by Cronenworth and works the count to 2-1. Pirates have action in the bullpen, and that one is grounded to the right side as he reached out after the two-seam there. Castro takes his time, and that's going to be an infield single. Unbelievable, as that's just lazy effort on defense and great hustle by Cronenworth as he legs out an infield single, but the Pirates want to take another look at this one. But I think, yeah, he beat the throw, and there's not going to be a challenge here, and that is just lazy defense by the second baseman there. And the Pirates aren't going to waste any time now. They're going to go ahead and make the call to the bullpen here. Milton going just 5+ innings. It wasn't necessarily that he wasn't that sharp, but the Padres doing an excellent job laying off of pitches and making him throw hittable strikes and then taking advantage when they had those opportunities. Ran the pitch count up, and his day is done after just 5 innings of work. Chase DeYoung coming on here, looking to try and bail him out as there is a runner on first and nobody out in the inning. He's making his 41st appearance of the year, 38.2 innings of work, and a 4.42 ERA, and has been absolutely outstanding against lefties. So bottom of the 6th here, runner on first, nobody out. Cronenworth has pretty good speed, and Chase DeYoung freshly into the ball game. Check on Cronenworth. Now a pop-up, fly out, and ground out. So close the book on Milton. It's 5+ innings, 6 hits. He racked up some strikeouts and is in position for the win. Now Martinez staying in the game for the Padres, which is interesting because he has not been very sharp. Hayes gets a single to start off the inning. Ground out from Reynolds, but moves up the runner. Single to score the run from Milton. He's 2 for 4, and it's now a 4-run lead. Double play. All right, DeYoung, I want you to pitch to Nola. He's been doing well. I'm going to just leave him in. Yeah. Let's make a defensive substitution here and go with, let's go with Marcano. He's pretty good defensively. Also going to get Reynolds out, give him a little bit of rest. Let's go Sawinski. We've been facing a lot of lefties lately, and Sawinski hasn't been getting much playing time. I'm going to let DeYoung face these next 2. And he got both of them. Heck yeah. Keep it going, my man. Let's also get him out of there. And now that's far enough with DeYoung. I'm not going to be able to use him for another day or 2 now, but it's okay. Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding me with this. I've got to give Bednar into the game here. Bases loaded, 1 out. A home run ties it. Sac fly, ground out. So I think he'll get a save for that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Save number 29. Wish I didn't have to use him, but yeah, Milton 6 hits, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts over 5 innings, 2 earned. Not his best start, but it was really just a great effort by the Padres offense to make him throw a ton of strikes. Pretty good day at the plate for Milton as well, going 2 for 4, a double and an RBI. 2 hits for Andrew McCutchen, 2 hits for O'Neal Cruz, a couple of RBIs for Castro, a couple of RBIs for Endy Rodriguez. So a lot of guys toward the bottom of the order getting the job done today. Reynolds 0 for 3, not what we want to see. Good job by the bullpen. Garcia a little bit of struggling there in the 9th. You know, he gave up a hit and a walk. The run was unearned because it got on by way of error. And good job by Bednar to come in and close it down. So nice win for us in that one. We kind of get back on track in the wins column and hopefully can get on a little bit of a run here. We've got a couple of games to quick manage before we wrap up the episode. We're going to have Contreras, White Sox making us an offer. They really want to get rid of Joe Kelly. I'm not giving you Mark Mathias for Joe Kelly. I mean, he's just not that good. He's got issues with walks, hasn't been very good this year, wasn't very good last year. That's just, no, I'm not interested in Joe Kelly, period. So let's go ahead and move forward to the next day. We don't need to sign draft picks. We've already done that. Roansy Contreras against Yu Darvish. We're still 2.5 back of the Brewers as we head back out to San Diego. Well, a tough loss here. Contreras just got off to a rocky start in the first, and then the rest of the way, everything was just kind of, not a lot of action. So we lose it 4-1. We came right out of the gates and score a run, and then give up 3 in the bottom half, gave up another one in the sixth, and that was it. So 6 hits, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts, 2 hits for Milton, 2 for Marcano. Nothing else super noteworthy in this one. Ke'Bryan Hayes still looking for his first home run of the season. Contreras, 6 hits and 3 walks over 5 1/3. The one of the runs was unearned. Perdomo, not a very good job over 2/3, gave up 3 hits but no runs as Oviedo kind of bailed him out and did a decent job down the stretch to try and keep us in it, but we just couldn't get the bats going, and we fall in this one. White Sox really want to trade us Joe Kelly, and I really don't want Joe Kelly, so I wish they would stop doing that. We're now 3.5 back as the Brewers won. We got a day off here, and then 3 games set against the Phillies, and then another day off. The problem is it's Keller, Velasquez, and then I'm due to pitch again here, so I can't really come in and do a game in the field because we just don't have enough days off to make that work. So in any case, oh my gosh. Okay, this one, Mike Clevenger in exchange for J.T. Brubaker. He's not pitching well lately, but how's he pitching for the season? Not very well. 4.46 ERA, 1.42 WHIP. That's not much better than what Brubaker has given us, so I don't think that deal makes sense. So they really want to try and move some of those veteran arms that are costing them a bunch of money, but I'm not the right destination for guys like that. So it'll be Matt Strahm and his 8-1 record coming to town in the cross-state rivalry here as the Phillies square off against Mitch Keller and the Pirates, as the Pirates look to try and stay relevant in this NL Central division. All right, nice win here for us as we shut out the Phillies 6-0. Mitch Keller was really good in this one. He picks up the victory. We ended up with 8 hits, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. Milton 1 for 4. Santana hit a 2-run homer. Cruz hit a 3-run homer. Milton stole a base. Keller goes 6 1/3, 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. Great start for him. Jalen Beeks does a good job. Underwood does a good job. Garcia. So the bullpen was outstanding. 2 2/3 of perfect baseball. Now the one highlight that I guess I will call out is that you see there the Phillies had 4 errors. Those were all in the 5th inning to start the inning. It went error against the 8 and 9 hitters. I bunted with Connor Joe, and they made another error to load the bases, and we only got 1 run out of it. We had a sacrifice fly and then couldn't do anything else. So that was kind of a frustrating situation, but we end up getting the win nonetheless. Good day for Mitch Keller, and we pick up a victory. The Red Sox now going to make us an offer. Richard Blyer, let's take a look at him. I think he's a lefty, isn't he? 67 overall. He's been good for them this year, but that could be somewhat of a fluke. It's only 26 1/3. I don't think this is a deal that makes sense. He's 35 years old. I'm not real crazy about this one, so we're going to skip on that one. And now another day to sign draft picks, but we've already done that. Taijuan Walker against Vince Velasquez. Brewers won again, so we didn't gain any ground despite that victory. And we lose this one 5-3. Really just couldn't get the bats going today. Just 6 hits on the afternoon, and 3 of them were for Brian Reynolds. Milton goes 1 for 4 and hit a 2-run homer. Reynolds had the other RBI. But just not a great day offensively in general. The pitching, Velasquez got off to a rough start, kind of ground out a respectable effort, giving up 3 earned runs over 4 2/3. Our defense did not help him out. Some of the reason why there were all those hits and walks is because we made 3 errors that kept extending innings, and then he would give up some hits, but managed to get out of trouble a couple of times. Brubaker does a good job in relief, 3 2/3, 3 hits, a walk. Chase DeYoung, some garbage time effort there, gets 2 outs, but we lose 5-3, and now we're set for the rubber match. The Angels making us an offer of Aaron Loop. He's another guy that's an aging veteran, 35 years old. He's a 73 overall, has pretty good control, decent clutch. Walks per 9, hits per 9, homers per 9 are all pretty good. So I actually kind of like what this guy brings to the table. He's only pitched 5 innings this year, and he hasn't been very good, but it's such a small sample size that I kind of have to ignore that. But what I don't necessarily need right now is left-handed relievers. We already have 3 at the major league level, and if you look at who we have there, Beeks has been okay, a 3.82 ERA. The whip is an issue, but he's, kept things in check. Garcia, we don't really expect much from him, but he has been decent. Despite the same thing here, the whip is just atrocious, but he's managed to keep the ERA within reason. And then Angel Perdomo is the worst of the bunch as far as his attributes, and he hasn't been terrible either. The ERAs for these guys are not bad enough that I feel like I need to add another left-handed reliever. So we're going to pass on that opportunity, advance, and now we are on July 30th here with the trade deadline looming. We're now 4.5 back in the division. Take a look at the wild card race. We're in position for the last one, but it is close. We've got the Mets and Giants nipping at our heels. The Marlins 3.5 back, certainly not out of it at this stage, and they've won 2 in a row. So it's getting interesting here. The Phillies, we just caught them at a bad time. They've won 8 out of 10. We have a chance to take the series from them, though, as it's going to be Aaron Nola against Evan Milton, a battle of the aces of each of these respective squads. But that's going to do it for this episode. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.
Good evening, friends and neighbors. Or shall I say this afternoon?